Ahoy, matey! Nah, I had to whip out the captain hat because we're gonna navigate through some cool stuff here, guys. We are in the Oakland City spot, right? Oakland City? Yep. Oakland City. And my name is Andy with MrAndyBuysHouses.com, where I buy problems, the house is just a bonus. And I'm here with a friend of mine named Alejandro Vargas with AV Remodeling. And today we're gonna show you guys some cool stuff that happened with this flip, right? So while Alejandro's a contractor, well known and respected here in the Atlanta area, and literally helping a lot of the Hispanic community, and I love that, man. I love that. He's gonna share with us some tips, right? And this video is gonna be a little different. Like you guys know, the episodes are all the mess up, screw up. So there was a little hiccup he had, but it was so minimal that I'm like, dude, you need to be on film and help people that are actually wanting to flip properties, how not to get messed up or screwed by a contractor. So let me ask you this, Alejandro, how long have you been in the construction business?
I've been in the construction business 20 years, coming from a multi-family background, and then transitioning myself into investing in contracting.
I love it, I love it. And guys, right now in Atlanta it's cold and we're like wearing these little things, so we're probably gonna head out in a little bit. But so just so you know the type of credibility that we have over here with AV Remodeling with Alejandro, okay guys, I want you guys to know this, right? He was off by how much? 8,000?
8,000. Yep.
And that's really good. If you've seen the other episodes, a lot of the other folks have been over 15, 20, 35, 40K. Heck, I was over, you know, almost 12,000 in my renovation as well too. And it was just cosmetic. This was in Birmingham. So come on inside. We're gonna talk about some numbers because it is cold. Oh, this is beautiful, man. This house came out really, the attention to detail that you did, like, just look at this. Beautiful. And guys, we're gonna share real quick some tips how not to get screwed by contractors. And you know, if you want to do some work or you're in the Atlanta area and wanting to flip properties and need somebody of trust, I mean, I'd say hit up our friend Alejandro. So just take a quick look at the kitchen as soon as you walk in. This is, you know, this is breathtaking. Like, there's a lot of attention to detail, but let's talk numbers, right? So Alejandro, so this property, how much did you pay for this house?
We bought it for $245.
Okay.
We bought it about 2 months ago.
Okay.
A little less than 2 months ago. We're sitting right now in the middle of November.
Middle of November, yeah.
Yep. And we put around 55 into it. So we're all around 300,000.
Okay.
And we're pushing to try to get 399 at the current market.
Okay.
See how it goes.
Okay. Are you a little scared about today's market a little bit?
We are. We have second thoughts about it, but we've seen some that are selling, some that are not. A lot of investors are doing very creative stuff. Yeah. So I think it's a matter of how you're helping that buyer to get to the next house. Yeah. And so today's video, we're gonna show you some cool little things that are gonna separate his house from all the other houses that are on the market still. And so I know that, you know, when you came in with this, you had multiple exit strategies, right? You had 2 exit strategies, which was fix and flip, and then buy and hold.
Or the buy and hold. So guys, I've always said it in every video, you want to buy right, okay? In the last episode, we said that you don't make your money when you sell it, you just collect the profits. You make your money on the buy. And now with the interest rates as of today, you know, where they're at in the 6s now, because I think they went down a little bit, now they're going back up, they're fluctuating. Heck, you know, all these little details are gonna make a difference, right? So what's one big thing, right? And here, if you want to show a little bit on the kitchen background over here. Sure. You know, if somebody's interviewing a contractor, first of all, because I've got it messed up before in the past, and I think a lot of my friends too, who have been on this show, what are some things that you can share with the people watching, you know, that they can implement immediately to see if a contractor is good or not good? What does that look like when I say, okay, I need to find a contractor? Because the word contractor to a lot of people is bad, because 7 out of 10 contractors, one way or another, are gonna mess somebody up. Whether they do it intentionally or not, I don't know. My guy just disappeared. I don't know, but what do you think?
So, you know, it's you as an investor need to know that you are sitting in the driver's seat. Okay. You know, us, and I'm gonna talk to you as an investor / contractor. You're having to do a couple of things. First, you want to find out about that company and what have they done with other contractors. Okay. You know, you should do your homework before you even meet the contractor. Okay. Talk to somebody that has work. They should have referrals. Okay. You know, they should give you referral. But I think it's better when you find the referrals from those people that have worked with that contractor. Just interview, say, hey, so have you worked with this person? Because they're going to give you the ones that are good, but they're not going to give you the ones that are bad referrals. So do your own research, see who have they worked with in the past, and then go to that person and say, hey, so-and-so recommend me to you. That puts a connection. I value a lot the referrals that come to me. The people that I've worked in the past in the industry, somebody that has a reputation protects their reputation.
Absolutely.
Wants to keep it that way.
Your name is everything in this industry. You get blacklisted. I'll blacklist you real quick.
That's very important.
Very true,
you said it, yeah.
It's very true. You get blacklisted fast, you know?
And, so know what the property is going to need. Are you going to need permits? Or are you not going to need permits? Person, if it's licensed, they're using their own license. If it's not licensed, that they're going to be using somebody else's license, that's a huge red flag. That's where a lot of your problems can come from.
Gotcha.
You know, having contractors using somebody else's license, and then the problem happens, and then who's liable? Who's responsible for that?
Right. What about promising that they can do this for less than what most other contractors can do it? I would say that's a red flag. What's your take on that?
You should know what things cost. You know, have a couple of quotes. In our case, you know, we try to go and nail every job that we visit.
Right.
You know, so if I you know, we stay pre-visit. In our case, you know, we try to go and help other investors. The investors that we work with, we make sure that we make them understand that we have done what they're about to do.
Nice.
So we've been on the driver's seat just like they have.
Of course.
And we tell them, hey, we want to know what they're doing with that property. Because if you're remodeling for an Airbnb, or if you're remodeling for a rental, or you're flipping, it's 3 different types of remodels.
3 different remodels, 3 different types of budgets. And so you gotta know the exit strategy. Again, you're not gonna do a full go reno if you're planning on renting the house. That doesn't really make sense unless you're gonna do a cash out refi, but again, that's a different conversation.
Yep. So in our case, you know, working with us, we can guide you in the direction, knowing what the finish line is going to be. If you're fixing a property to flip it, we're going to support you and direct you to say, hey, don't invest the money that way, invest it in this way, because we know what your finish line is.
So guys, you hear that? Did you guys hear that real quick, huh? He does work for other investors, but because he also flips for himself. So he understands what needs to be in the flip. So now one thing that I like what we're talking about, which I've always preached about, is who do you need on your team if you're gonna be flipping as a contractor, right? And as an investor at this point, who were some of the key persons that helped you really?
So, like, give you a scenario. With this house, we had 3 important people. We have, as a partner, it's one of the inspectors.
So you had the privilege of
the realtor. All 3 of them have been from day 1 all the way to selling time, because we've been remodeling with the blessing of our realtor. Nice. All the touches that you're seeing around.
Look at this, guys. Let me just show you something real quick. Like, this is spectacular. I love the lighting. It's just really crazy. Like, I love this little bar area he did. Shiplap on the roof. It's just amazing. And you know, you got a little guest bedroom here. And we're gonna take a little tour in a few. But just like Alejandro was saying, having a realtor on the team is priceless. Not for the ending, but the realtor is gonna let you know what exactly is selling in this specific market. So if you're just starting to flip, you just wanna, hey, you know what? I wanna get into flipping in a specific area, but don't know, you know, too much about it. Find yourself a realtor that also works with investors and that can show you what little things, color schemes. So I asked Alejandro, hey, how did you pick up the color schemes? Well, guess what? He worked collaboratively.
She did all of it.
There you go. Even the realtor chose pretty much the colors that we'll know they're gonna sell. But in the meantime, come on guys, follow. We're running out of time. We're gonna show and see real quick. So this bathroom right here, I love the aesthetics of it. It's very bright. Love the tile. Just so you guys can see, just so you can take a look. This is cool. We're gonna take a look at that. Master bedroom. If you guys can see, so a little dark, but one thing I did notice here in this Reno, okay, is big rooms. Master bedroom is a little small. However, it's done. The fixtures are nice, the tile's dope, and it is city living anyways, right? It's city living.
It's minimal space in some of those properties. You know, you're trying to, we actually push, I didn't tell you that, but this wall right here, we was about a foot in, so we gained another foot on that shower to make it bigger.
Gotcha. This is another little room, nothing crazy about it, right? Color scheme, everything just flows real nice. And you know, aside from buying right, I guess we can go see the downstairs. I want to show you guys something real quick. So this right here, this room, I already had the basement. The basement itself was what? Was it already half done?
It wasn't finished. It didn't have flooring. It was all on the stud.
Okay.
The main part why we bought this house, it had 3 big components already done. Okay. Which is the AquaGuard that you'll see here.
So he did buy this house already. Guys, got to keep in mind when you're buying houses that have basements, especially here in Atlanta, 9 out of 10 times you're gonna have some sort of mold, water intrusion or whatnot. Well, when he bought this house, it was already serviced with what is this?
This is AquaGuard, and it's got all the paper throughout the house.
Yes.
It comes with the moisture, keep the moisture into the cinder block.
That's right.
And then it had, you know, the French drain all around. This is probably a $30,000-$40,000 job that was already done to this house.
So imagine, he saved himself about 30 to 40 grand. He bought the house right, saved about 30, 40 grand. It was already done correctly, right? And the time frame that something like this could have been what?
And then this is where the realtor helps. I had the realtor call AquaGuard, and they were able to transfer the warranty that this has over to us, and we're going to transfer it to the new owner.
Wow.
So it's all this value is going to be transferable to the new owner.
Yeah, this house has been like literally done from top to bottom. You're probably not gonna see too much, guys. It's dark, but you know what? The job done, it's done, and it was done correctly. And that's the important part. When you're flipping a house, make sure that your contractor does not cut corners. All right, it's very important, okay, because it will come out through inspection. Now, cool thing here that I noticed is that one of his partners is an inspector. So throughout the way, they had inspections done, or they knew exactly what to put and how to put it and everything based to code. And so, you know, we're here. I just thought, you know, there's certain things that, you know, when you selected, you know, obviously paint and all that, again, it has to do, the realtor took care of most of that stuff based on the comps that were selling in the area, okay guys? And you know, so we've kind of talked about certain things that you should look for in a contractor. You know, something I like to do as well is see some current projects that you're currently working on, you know, that the contractor's working on right now, and then talk to those homeowners. Say, hey, what was your experience like, right? Make sure they have agreements in place and deadlines, right? If they just say, I
do have a tip for actually new investors. When we do, you know, get a call from a new investor, we ask them, hey, is this your first flip, second flip? Because the reason why we ask that is because new investors should not be flipping anything that they can move in today. Meaning, if it's rentable today, it's an ugly rental, but it's livable. It has lights, it has water, and it has, and you can test it. That means it's livable today. You may not live in it, but it's different from trying to flip a burnout house. Ooh. That should be your maybe 20 flips down the road, not your first one. That's a big setup for failure when you're flipping burnout houses and it's your first.
Yo,
because somebody talked to you about, oh, you can make this amount of money. However, you don't have the experience to address such a monster if it's your first.
And cash flow, you need a heck ton of cash flow to inject on a monthly basis for holding costs and then just unexpected costs. And with the fire burn, it's just so much
You're going into permits, you're going into that, and you know, anything goes wrong, and then you will pay that cost because you want to be flipping stuff that's cosmetically, that's already the floor plan that you're going to be selling. It's a 3.2, it's a 4.2, not a 2.1 that you're going to convert into a 3.2.
That requires a heck ton of crazy permits and stuff. I get it. And in
clean lanes, just clean lanes, and you'll get to the finish line.
And in today's market, like I sit and call all my, you know, cash buyers and investor friends of mine and say, hey, what are you guys not flipping this time? They're like, we're trying to avoid anytime that's full good renovations, additions with extended amount of period of time that takes to get permits and stuff, depending on what county. It's just a mess, guys. Let's go back inside real quick. And look, guys, we've come to an end, okay? And this house, as much as this show really is about all the mess up, screw ups, and unforeseen things, you know, the one thing that did mess him up, okay, that he went over budget was what? The
electrician. And then some of the touches that we had in the house, we had to upgrade from what we initially thought.
Okay.
Because we wanted to be comparable to some of the players that came along when we were actually in the middle of the renovation. So we had to up some of that, and that put us a little bit. For instance, the stone that we put here, finishing that back room there, put us a little bit, and then finishing the basement was a big part of it too.
Yeah, and so you know, it's just you got to learn how to adapt. And you know, luckily right now, I'm hoping that he can sell this. I know he's gonna sell it because some of the houses that I've seen do not compare to the attention to detail in this house. So that's one key thing, guys, attention to detail. Make sure the contractor knows what the heck they're doing, okay? And all I can say is this, guys, if you're in the Atlanta area and you want to get with us, you want to tour any of our houses, you want to be featured on the video, hey, raise your hand, hit me up, DM me. If you guys, listen, there's something I was talking to Alejandro, he's really good, so I had to share Secret Weapons over here. Alejandro does a lot of high-end work as well too, not just for his own flips. So if you're in the Atlanta area and just need any type of advice or help, if anything, reach out to him. I'm gonna put his phone number on the bottom of this video, all over social media. I'm gonna tag him so you guys can see his work. What a good guy he is, trustworthy, honest. And let me tell you, if you guys just tell him, hey, I saw you in Andy's video, I saw you in the Flippin' Raw and Uncut, he's gonna take care of you. He's gonna give you a little family and friend discount. So
mention Andy on this video.
There you go. Just, hey, I seen you from Andy's video. But guys, you know what? Just keep trucking, keep going. You know, God be with you. I love y'all. See you soon. Bye.